Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Welcome again to the Quip Corner with Ada. 2025, here we are. God has been good to us, very, very good to us. Do you remember the word of the month? Okay, I'll put the link up there. It is grace. Grace. And we'll continue talking about the word of the month and using a quip, of course, as we talk about the year ahead. As a preamble to that, at our crossover service in church, our pastor, my husband, talked about grace. And he made a comment that it's something I've held dear for years, and I had never heard him say it. And I was like, okay, we're on the same wavelength. And he talked about God's grace being like grease that helps us achieve things. Remember last week I said grace is the ability to do? Okay. So please join me in the Quip Corner as we talk about grace and how we can apply it to our lives. See you in a bit. Thank you for staying tuned. One scripture that brings the shall I say, impact or importance of grace for me is in 1 Corinthians 15 verse 10. 1 Corinthians 15 verse 10. And I'm reading from the Passion Translation. Which says, "But God's amazing grace has made me who I am. His grace to me was not fruitless. In fact, I worked harder than all the rest, yet not in my own strength, but God's. For his empowering grace is poured out upon me." So here we see someone who accomplished a lot of great things, telling us it was by grace. It was by grace. So let's look at a quip and pull this together, okay? We're going to be reading a quip from my first book and pull this all together. Psalm. Quip 96. Quip 96. It says, "It is good to have great wishes and great to do the work required to make your wishes come true." It is good to have great wishes and great to do the work required to make your wishes come true. You know, with every year starting, we come into the year with aspirations, desires, hopes and dreams. But hopes and dreams don't accomplish themselves. Hard work does. And like we read in 1 Corinthians 15:10, God's grace is available to help us in that hard work to become who he wants us to become. Over the Christmas and the New Year holiday, I'd been listening to different messages. And I listened to a series of messages by Bishop David Abioye, and he said many things that resonated with, or shall I say, for me. One of the things he said was, preparation is critical. You cannot enhance your performance if you don't review your preparation. He also said that wishes are free, but we need to be willing to pay the price of determination to see those wishes come true. Like the quip said, it's great to have those amazing wishes. Nothing wrong with it. But put in the work. Put in the work. Bishop Abioye also said that, let me see, I need to look at my notes. He made, there were a couple things he said that I was like, oh, wow, Lord, thank you for confirming your word to me. He said that you cannot enhance your performance if you don't review your preparation. He said that we need to recognize that we can't keep saying, oh, well, God, what do I do? Or God will do it, God will do it. Question is, what have you done? What you can. He encouraged, do what you can, and then God will do what you can't. So as we step into this new year, or continue in this new year, don't throw away those wishes, those desires. Take a closer look at them. What can I do? How can I leverage God's grace? Like Paul said, by God's amazing grace, I am what I am who I am. He said, I worked hard, but it was God's empowering grace. So I encourage us. I encourage myself. Leverage God's grace. Bishop said, the cry for grace makes you succeed in the race. So let us cry for grace, hold on to it, and do our part, and God will do his part. I look forward to reading your comments on this video and on previous videos, of course. Remember, Quick Corner with Ada is available on YouTube and Spotify. I look forward to engaging with you more this year. God bless you. Bye now.